Hello, people. Finished a book. Uh, it's called The Dream of Kilimanjaro. It's written by a guy named Rolf Edberg. Uh, this is something that I just pulled off the shelf here. I don't think I've ever read it before. Very short book. It's only 176 pages, but it took me a long time to read because it wasn't super well written. The book meanders a lot. Rolf and his family take a like a Land Rover trip through Africa, and they visit. They go to Old Dubai Gorge. The book is a little bit about evolution and about the history of what's the fossils that have been found, the human fossils or the proto-human fossils, whatever you want to call it. And he meanders around about the degradation of the environment in Africa and talks about the tribal unity and the family unity of Africa, and how we need to get back to that, and some of the ways that maybe we can reverse the environmental damage that's been done. Uh, I don't know. I had a really hard time finishing this. I finally just made a big push and finished it this weekend, and I'm going to get to the notes here. I'm pretty sure that I bought this at King Book, and I must have had this book for literally years, probably for like 30 years without reading it. In the first page here, there's the price, which was $6, and it says Evolution. But this really didn't have a whole lot about evolution in it. What it did have, I've read multiple times. There was nothing new here. It was published in 1976. 176 pages. The only thing I'm going to read here is the fourth paragraph on page 60. And I marked this because I just thought it was kind of incredible that we've known about this since 1976 and we're really not doing anything. Regardless of how nature's primeval forces operate, man is present as a new geological factor. In nature, things happen without purpose, but never without cause. Man has become a cause. He can affect the conditions of life on this planet as much as the continental drift and the eruptions of volcanoes. He cannot avoid a long-term deterioration of the climate, but he can magnify and aggravate it, and he can prolong what might otherwise have been transitory, and he can cause his own deteriorations in the climate. I'm not sure if he was really talking about chemical climate change there. I think he was talking about deforestation, and there's a lot in here about land use and about topsoil being stripped away. I think that is what he was talking about. And I don't know if we've done anything about that. I don't think we have. Well, actually, I do have some more reading. Bottom of 168 and top of 169. And I marked this because of the political climate nowadays. I don't know if Rolf Edberg is still alive, but I think it would be interesting to see what he thinks of what's going on nowadays. Not just here in America. Italy, Finland just recently went right center. What right center means in Finland probably is far left here. Hungary, a lot of other countries have. It's the rocking horse effect. You go too far one direction and the rocking horse goes back. The issue is the distribution of resources in space and also in time. There is simply something deeply degrading in a generation favoring itself at the expense of the future. Our responsibility to future generations is not to give them life, but to give them a world in which beauty, variety, and the material prerequisites for a decent life have been preserved. Just as the clan, which stewarded a piece of land under its convention with the Earth Spirit, saw itself as a community, many members of which were dead, some alive, and the majority unborn, so must the vision of man as the tool of continued evolution include an empathy in humanity as it extends over time. It wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be, but you know, the writer Rolf writes a lot about, you know, the clan or the family in Africa extending to the clan and the family over the whole planet. And we have definitely lost sight of that. There is no political leaders saying anything like that. So in that, you know, in that sense, the book was a little bit depressing. I am into another book, and the other one I also have pulled off the shelf. But we did go to Books A Million over the weekend, and I bought 3 books. Whether I'm going to finish them all in Florida or not, I don't know. Somewhere along the line here, one of these next videos is either going to be made in the garage in Michigan, or it's going to be made at the cabin. That's what I'm really looking forward to. I'm going to get back to the cabin. Thanks for watching.